90s, real estate tycoon Xiaowendong is attacked by a young and edgy competitor, Chen by Qiang. An attempt to settle the matter amicably fails, and Chen's mercenaries kill Xiaowendong's girlfriend. To stop the bloodshed, Xia takes his mother and returns to his hometown, lost in northeastern China, where he takes a job at a lumber mill. But even there he can't start a new life. First he is pressed by the local gangs, and then Chen, who has learned that his rival is still alive, sends his men for his head. Although from the outside it may seem that Once Upon a Time in Asia is just a passable internet action movie, which are in abundance in Chinese online movie theaters, in fact it is not so. The pedigree of this movie goes back to the mid-noughties, when a young Chinese writer Lu Dao started publishing his online novel How to Become a Villain, which became incredibly popular. His main character's name was Xiaowendong, and over the course of the narrative, he transformed from a battered weakling into a real mob boss, outmaneuvering his rivals and defeating his enemies. In 2014, a TV series called Xiaowendong were made based on Lu Dao's books, which was so successful that the first season was instantly followed by a second and third in the same year, and a fourth a couple years later. All of these were inexpensive projects, which bribed not by quality visuals, but by gangster romanticism, not very common in mainland China with its censorship, and an abundance of action scenes. The title role took a young martial arts master Wu Jian-Guo, for whom this role was the debut. Nevertheless, it could not continue indefinitely. At some point the censorship committee paid attention to such projects, and the series about Xiaowendong were to stop. But its authors wanted to try their luck with a full-length movie, which was launched in the late 10s. There is no official information about what happened then, but if rumors are to be believed, shooting was finished back in 2019, but the resulting 2-hour gangster epic ran into an impenetrable wall in the form of Chinese censorship, which recommended abandoning any hopes of releasing such a movie. For 5 years the authors tried to change this decision, which resulted in re-editing and changing the narrative, which deprived the movie of almost an hour of screen time, but added patriotic lines about how a good boss should take care of his people, and that money should be earned by legal means, because there are always plenty of opportunities for this around. Fans of the books did not like this turn of events, to put it mildly, but there wasn't another option. Unlike the series, which cost pennies, the movie was made with quite a decent amount of money, which must at least somehow repay. So, what do we have in the end? A very rambling, crumpled and confused, but at the same time quick and dynamic action movie with a lot of episodic characters and not bad fight scenes. It's not the big gangster movie the movie was obviously intended to be, it's far from Once Upon a Time in America or Scarface, but it's unlikely that anyone was really hoping for that. However, Once Upon a Time in Asia reminds in some places of gangster action movies of the 90s from Hong Kong and is noticeably different from the stale modern Chinese police thrillers. To paraphrase a famous saying, so what if it turned out as usual, they strived for something more.